Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
For those who are first timers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those who are part of our community and come every week, we say thank you. And for those who are watching live, great. And for those who are watching on the recorded replay on YouTube, we are grateful for you. And we are grateful for everybody. And we just want to thank you for watching. We want to thank you for sharing this with your friends and family members and people who you have in your community who have relationships, marriage, dating, courting, whatever you want to do, but they're in relationship. So thank you. We appreciate it because you have made this now a very popular show all over the world. All right, Greg and Linda watching from Orlando at a conference expo. My goodness, y'all.
Did they fly or drive? Which did you do?
Yeah, I'm sure they flew from West Virginia to Orlando. I'm sure.
Well, they're so creative.
They could be, though. They have an RV, I believe. They might be in the RV. Anyway, but however, I'm glad y'all are there safe. Suzette, they flew.
Oh, they flew. Okay,
all right, so glad you're here. We're grateful for everybody who is joining us. Dr. Willie Jolley, Dee Taylor-Jolley for the Jolley Marriage Show. For those who might not know, we don't want to assume you know that we are the authors of the book. Let's see, I don't want to block D. We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We've been married going on 39 years next month.
In June,
and have not had an argument in over 37 years. People don't believe it, but it's true. That doesn't mean we always agree. No.
sometimes we have intense fellowship.
Well, by intense fellowship, we just disagree, but we don't argue. We just don't argue because we got past that because we learned the principles. And
we're respectful of each other.
Well, there are principles. There are some principles. There are 4 steps that we recommend. They're available on our website free on our TED Talk. Go watch the TED Talk, 12 minutes long, but it will give you the 4 steps so you don't have to argue. You don't have to ever argue. And you can live a peaceable life. All right, so we've got people joining in, Minnie Houston, number 3. We got others joining in from other places. Thank you. So we're going to talk about a subject tonight.
One phrase.
First of all, we want to make sure people know that you can still send your issues, concerns, problems to us, and we will.
Or if you want to respond to what we're talking about, put it in the chat.
That's in the chat, but if people have an issue,
okay,
and we want that to be anonymous, they can send us an email. We will get to those. Every week we try and deal with something that we have come upon or have come upon us, and that we can hopefully help somebody who might have an issue. Info at williejolly.com. INFO at Willie, WILLIE, Jolley, JOLLEY.com. That's one way we get it. The other way, my wife, when she goes to bathrooms and meets women, they just pour out their heart.
Now you have to explain. It's not like the public bathroom.
No, when you go,
I wrote my name on the wall.
No, when you go to a restroom somewhere to church or something, and women see you and say, "Oh my goodness, it's Dee Taylor-Jolley from the Marriage Show, from the Marriage with Jolley Marriage. I got to talk to you about something." She gets conversations that are just blessings.
We get to share.
You know, we can bless others through those. So if you see her somewhere, she's always open to listen and take some time with you, and know that I am doing so many things. When I see you, I'm trying to hug you and find out how I can motivate you and encourage you. So feel free to come up and say hello. Let's get going. All right. Today last week we started this series. This is a series of words that matter, and how you have to watch your words. Sticks and stones may break your bones. We know that. We heard that when we were little. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie, and all of us know that's a lie. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can break your heart. They can break your marriage. They can break your marriage relationship. They can break your love. Words. So you got to watch your words. You got to watch your words if you want to have a happy and successful
You know
relationship.
what I think, Willie? I think we say that, we talk to people about that, but I think we also have to tell them what the words are
Mm-hmm.
and give suggestions as to how to substitute certain words.
Mm.
Because a lot of this is cultural.
Yep.
The kind of family that you grew up in.
Yep.
So if in your household everybody's butting heads and people are hollering and screaming, right?
Calling each other out their names
Right.
and so forth.
And you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, you're normally putting your best foot forward. So you might not be hollering and screaming and carrying on with the person that you're dating or the person that you're trying to get close to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you end up married, long-term relationships, and how you handle challenges tends to fall back into what you're familiar with. And what you're familiar with is usually what you grew up with. Now, with counseling, and by the way, May is Mental Health Month. At the end, I've got a whole list of all the different things, the themes for May. But May is Mental Health Month. And we must not be ashamed to say, I need some help.
Yep.
I need to talk to somebody.
Yep.
So when it's, because unless it's pointed out to you, well, this is the way you've always done it. We holler, we scream, we throw things. Oh my God. I think I would have to lock myself in the room. If you start hollering and screaming and throwing stuff, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Well, I didn't grow up in that kind of household. I didn't come with that. But as we've told everybody every week, when you get married, you leave, you weave, no, you leave, you cleave, and then you weave.
Bond together.
You weave a new relationship. So where there, y'all are two, you come together, you leave your home, your family, your parents, you cleave together, and then you weave this new relationship.
So you might take some things from
things that might work, but you got to leave some stuff alone. When you were a child, you thought like a child, you act like a child, but when you became a person, grown up, you put away childish things.
But I was going to say, as you come together as this new entity, and you start to have challenges, you talk about it. Say, well, that's the way we did it. Well, that's not working for me.
Yeah, you got to say, well, that's not working. That's right.
Work something
else.
Let's
just say, okay, I'll give you an example. Now,
yes, sir.
I didn't come from a household where we had negative conversations. But I did come from a household where we were a little messy. Okay, little junky. Okay, and so when we got in this household, I wanted to bring that junkiness, kind of why make up my bed and that kind of thing to this. And you said that don't quite work for me because she came from a very neat and tidy. And
let's just say you call me OCD. Is that?
I said you were OCD.
I am.
Yeah. And so that didn't work for you. I'm saying that culture
didn't work for me because I grew up being the keeper of the household. So my OCD personality was allowed to run rampant because my parents were entrepreneurs. They worked all the time and they worked together. Mm-hmm. So I took on the responsibility of managing the household, and they let me do it. And I loved it. Everything had a place. The sheets with the tucked in corners, washing the dishes with bleach, just the whole thing.
I wasn't used to any of that. None of that.
So
what I'm trying to say though is, because it was part of your past does not mean it has to be part of your future. And that's where the cleaving and the weaving come together. So let's go with the words. Let's go with the words. Watch your words. Okay. We can get off track.
But that's also when you're cleaving, cleaving, and weaving. It is because you're willing to
Oh, that's good.
study.
That's good. That's good.
The willingness. You're
Yeah.
willing to learn something that doesn't please you. Oh, what
That's
does?
good. That's good.
Let me
Willingness.
study, my man.
Y'all want to take a note on that
willing.
one. You gotta be willing. If you want a marriage that works, a working marriage is a willing. Come on, somebody. That preaching
I like
now.
that word.
Woo, that's good. Oh, willingness.
So I was willing to learn why you could not get making up the bed.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And I was willing then, okay, I got to modify. I still like the bedroom nice and tidy, but I was willing to make adjustments as we talked about that, right?
What adjustments? What adjustment did you make?
We both made adjustments.
You made little adjustments. They didn't have to be all tucked in, but the bed needed to be made.
No.
What adjustment?
Here's a major adjustment.
Okay, I know where you're going there.
Where am I going?
No, go ahead. I'm not going
I used to have satin duvet covers.
Yes.
They had white. They had to be dry clean. I got rid of that because that couldn't keep that clean. And I went to a fluffy kind of, you didn't have to tack stuff around the bed. It didn't have to be, like hospital sheets.
Yeah.
I did make that adjustment.
You did make that adjustment.
Anymore.
Right.
And we just throw the pillows on top of the bed. It was a semblance of order. It wasn't tucked. Because you couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that tight stuff, that tight hospital corner.
I know. And I was willing because I got something I wanted and you got something you wanted.
All right, so we made adjustments. So the word is willing, folks.
I like that word.
Willing. Married to work, make a marriage work. You must be willing to do the work. And as I've said, people say marriage is work. Oh, yeah, it is. But it's not hard labor. It's not breaking bricks. It's not carrying boulders. What it is the work you have to do on self. This is some good stuff tonight. Hope y'all getting this. Y'all want to tell everybody watch this one. It's the work you must do on self to be willing to compromise, to willing to say.
And you know what? I think also that you really have to ask yourself the question of, this is really before you get married or you're in a relationship. Is this person that important to me? Is this person and this relationship that important to me where I would want to make adjustments?
Yes.
Because many of us are just flat out selfish.
But that got to be on both sides.
Yes.
Okay, see, because one person said it's important enough to me and I'm willing to make adjustments, but the person on the other side is not willing to make adjustments, then you got that seesaw that just stays.
You know how Pastor talks about you're unequally yoked, an ass and an ox. Is that right?
So
was that what?
That was Jeffrey Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Now we go to First Baptist Church in Glen Arden. For everybody who knows that, everybody knows that we are committed members of First Baptist Church of Glen Arden. I grew up Methodist, and we found First Baptist Church of Glen Arden because she grew up AME. I was Methodist. We went to.
I grew up AME Zion, sir.
AME Zion. I was Methodist. We went to an AME Zion church that changed from AME to non-denominational. We stayed there for a few years, and then we moved to First Baptist when it was time, and we've been there for 20 years, and we love it, and we love the Pastor John Jenkins. We recommend everybody to come visit, and online as well. But we had a great pastor, friend of Reverend Pastor Jenkins, Pastor Jeffrey Johnson, who taught about being unequally yoked. Now, we've all heard that, don't be unequally yoked. Visual. But the way he put it out was so good, visual. He said, in old times, when you plowed a field, what you were instructed or thought to do is you take you had two options. You had an ox or a jackass. Now, an ox, you would yoke with another ox. Their strength was similar. Their gait was similar. Their walk was similar. And they would plow a straight path. Versus, or you could take two jackasses. two donkeys or two mules or whatever, and you put them together, their gait was similar, their weight was similar, their walk was similar, and they too could plow a straight path and do a good job. But if you take an ox and a jackass and put them together, they're going to be all messed up. They're going to be a problem.
A hot mess.
That's unequally yoked. Okay, so you want to be with a person who's on the same place, the same spiritual place. Values are consistent. Your willingness to work together, your willingness to compromise. If you got one person who knows it all, is always right, never wrong,
not gonna work.
Gonna be unequally no. If you got one person who has a spiritual component and is willing to work on themselves, and another who is not spiritual and always right and always got the right answer and never wrong, and they the God of their lives, that ain't gonna work. So don't be unequally yoked. So Brenda, thank you, Colson. So you have to be unselfish. That's right. You have to be willing to give in.
Each person.
Willing. Okay, so to make it work, you must be willing. Write that one down. Everybody write that one down. To make it work, you must be willing. You got to say to your spouse, to your partner, to your person you're dating, are you willing for us to work? Because if there's no willingness, this ain't gonna work. Okay, it ain't gonna work. Now, that said, let's go to we're halfway almost in. And I
think that was a good setup. Okay.
That was a good setup.
Okay.
So let's go to phrases. We talked last week about watching your words.
So helping us.
And the word last week was what? The word
whatever.
Whatever. So now we got a new phrase. So we're going from the word to a phrase that you got to watch your words.
That we don't want to use. So this is kind of like the setup. So how do you build your relationships that you're loving and that you're kind to each other? Because for us, it is better together.
It is. It's definitely better together. So
I enjoy your company.
Well, I like yours too. You look good. Let's get this show over so we can go.
He only has sex on his mind.
Always.
It's okay though. It's all right. Okay, here we go.
All right. So here's the word. The phrase.
One phrase. So you want to watch your words, and here's a phrase, a very popular phrase that can destroy your relationships. I don't care.
I'm done. I don't care. I don't care. When you say I don't care, that's a bad phrase. Why? Now tell us why. Because. Go ahead.
It can damage.
Before you go there.
Yes,
let's set this up.
Okay.
We know that the three boulders that break up marriages. Let's start with that. 50% of marriages break up. Of the 50% that remain, 40% of those people, according to statistics, are miserable because they're only there because of financial reasons or because of kids. Okay, and that's it. What are three boulders that break up those marriages? Sex, money, communication. Not just what you say, is how you say it. So part of that communication is this phrase, I don't care.
You're dismissive. Okay. So that is a way to absolutely destroy your relationship.
That's right. See, there's three main emotions that we see in marriages. You got love, you got hate, and you got indifference. Now, love is what we're trying to get everybody to. And love can be fostered, it can be grown, it can be developed. Hate, if you're in a relationship with hate, it's gonna be miserable.
And there are different kinds of love too. But what kind of love are we talking about?
We're talking about eros. Eros, not agape. Agape is love to God, not philios, which is like roommates, friends. Okay. And I got a lot of philios love. I love a lot of my friends, but I got eros love for you. Erotic.
Everything goes back to sex.
All right, here we go. But eros. All right, you're right, Brenda. Don't go to bed with an issue that's not been resolved. We say that don't let your wrath go on. Let the sun down on your wrath. Biblical, it's okay. But here's what I want to get to. So you got the hate. Hate is not a good, but people are hateful because they stop talking. They whatever. But here's the other one. I don't care means indifference. And indifference is just a step up from hate, because it's I don't value the work that's going to be taken, the willingness. I don't care. I don't care. I have no empathy. I have no connection. I have no concern. I've turned off my willingness to work.
So you have a lack of empathy, which means no emotional support. But you know what? When we've talked about intimacy, the different kinds, and emotional intimacy is very important.
Yeah. Well, you're getting
that closeness, that
the whole chapter in the book about intimacy. I hope everybody got the book. I hope y'all got the book, because this will bless you. Anyway, I don't care. What else does it do?
Destroys communication. Because when you say I don't care, does that mean you're not going to listen to me anymore? You're not willing to listen.
I'm not willing to do the work to listen to you. Look, what does Stephen Covey say in his book, The 7 Habits Highly Effective for People? Seek first to understand, then seek to be understood. Seek first to understand. What did you say? What? Tell me what's going on. Let me hear you. But when you say I don't care, you're not willing to listen.
You cut off communication.
That's right. That's not good. That's not gonna work.
So
that's bad.
You cannot resolve any conflict.
Right.
Okay. And John Gottman with the Gottman Institute,
one of the leading marriage relationship institutes.
Right.
What did they say?
Right. So they talk about that. So he's researched a lot of marriages and relationships and says that healthy communication is necessary for any kind of relationship. And when that fails, it fails because people have attitudes like I don't care.
The attitude is not healthy.
So,
folks, you got to get
off the communication.
This is not a good tool. Some people got it from where they grew up.
It's called negative communication.
Some people got it from television. Some got it from reality shows, from the movies. I don't care. And they engrafted, they adopted, thinking that's something they can use as a tool. It doesn't help your relationship.
You know what? I would say
doesn't
also,
help.
When you start to consider, well, why am I talking this way? I've always done it. Consider the sources of where you learned and observed and now do, right?
Yep.
And if you have learned, well, this is how I communicate. How is that working for them?
Right. And Nikita Allen, thank you, Nikita. She said, this is a blessing. Thank y'all. Or we are a blessing. Thank y'all. And then Victoria Stockdale is here. Thank you, Victoria. We're glad you're here. Coach Kevin 22 is here. Suzette Bradshaw, Queen, Minnie Houston. We're so grateful for people coming in. We want to let you know how much it means to us that you join us and share, your thoughts in the chat and so forth. So in the 6 minutes we got left in our show, we want to say we don't want you to use words and phrases that belittle, devalue, destroy, or impinge on somebody's personhood. It ain't gonna work. It's not good. So why do you go through all the relationships only to destroy it with your words?
And I will take the position that you do it many times. It's done because you really don't understand the power of your words. And that you don't know the words to use that nurture. But you know what? If you don't know the words to use that nurture, you can learn it.
That's right.
Again, it goes back to where we started with willingness.
Willingness. Huh? This is good. My dear friend Sharon Fanto, you never really know what someone has experienced in their previous life. They're treating you the way they saw it being done. There you go. Yes. That's exactly right,
Sharon.
We love Sharon Fanto. So Sharon's right. And we can concur with that. So what you got to do is help people to get past their maybe unlearn some things, try and reframe some things, and grow. It's
So
about
how do
growth.
you do that?
Well,
So how you do that with resources?
here's how you do it.
Here's-
Resources.
Here's one resource.
That's one. You go to
What
YouTube.
else are you reading?
Yep.
Your videos, podcasts, the replays.
Mentors. Getting
your
happy
yes.
mentors, people who are happily married, and hang out with them. Look, don't hang out with people who are unhappily married.
No.
Don't hang out with people
and people
who complain
you
about
gotta
all the time.
always consider the source. Whatever they're saying, you have to stop and like,
How is
let
that
me look at their life. How is that working for them?
How is that influencing my life? Their jacked up life.
Yes.
Their jacked up life. Let me look at their life. You know, like someone said, I saw a coach, but my coach had a jacked up life. And they coaching me. You know, you don't want to, you know, I look at, I got a trainer at the gym. And my trainer, I'm looking at him saying, is he staying in shape? Is he working out? Is he in shape, or is he falling apart? I don't want him to be working with somebody who's not taking care of themselves or making poor choices. I'm not doing
So
it.
you're motivated by observing how his body is.
Yeah.
So then you can follow him because he is the evidence of what he is preaching to you.
You on fire tonight, girl.
Thank you, dear.
Ooh, she done talk about being willing to take the work. She talked about the evidence. Well, I mean, you got it going on tonight.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Ooh, there's some hot stuff going on here tonight. Anyway, so we want to encourage people. Look, I only got a couple more minutes. You have some May things. I don't. We're going to continue this next week. Because this is watching your words is critical. We've had so many people who've talked about how somebody said something to them that hurt them so deeply just by words, and it destroyed their marriage. We're going to come back.
And it creates emotional distance. That we want to say that because that's what's happening. You hurt my feelings. They've said I don't care. Well, how did that make me feel?
It
made me feel devalued. Okay, all right. As we close, I want to say that May.
Yes.
Okay, a whole bunch of stuff going on in May. We've got Mother's Day coming up.
Hey, happy Mother's Day to everybody this Sunday.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yep.
And we should never be ashamed to say I need help.
Never. If you had a broken hand, you go to the doctor. If you had a broken foot, you go to the doctor. But we have a broken heart, and we try and heal it ourselves. Go get help.
This is National Physical Fitness and Sports Month.
All right. I told you I got the trainer. I'm working out. I'm trying to get
fit,
trim.
This is also Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Hey, man. Hey, we want to applaud all our Asian American and Pacific Islander friends, family, comrades. We love when we go to Hawaii and we go over to Asia, and those who have really learned our cultures. One of the things that makes us better is learning different people's cultures. Jewish, Muslim, Palestinian. We loving them, everybody. Which we're praying for all of this to resolve. And
think about Sunday, different cultures.
We went to Greek.
Sunday.
Yesterday was the Greek Easter, and we went to a Greek Easter celebration. First time we've been to one with the lamb and all of that, and the Greek food.
And it was educational.
Oh, what great culture.
A whole lamb. Whole baby lamb.
Anyway.
The fellowship was great.
It was fantastic.
It was the whole baby lamb.
And we learned so much. Okay, what else?
Oh, okay. It is Older Americans Month.
All right. We give a shout out to AARP and all of the folks. AARP that we
AARP is 50 and older. And you know what they do? They have movies.
We go to movies sometimes.
Movies.
Yeah.
We get information. First run movies.
Great,
it's all free.
Great.
And the AARP membership is $12 a year. And you know you can't beat that.
Right. Older American Month.
Also, National Foster Care Month.
All right. We want to congratulate those.
National Bike.
For those who don't know, I'm a cyclist, and I'm glad this is National Bike Month, and I'm gonna be riding a lot, trying to get 100 miles in a few times, more than 100 miles, a couple 100 miles. Because I do 10 miles every time I ride, and I ride a few times a week.
Oh wow, okay. And Lupus Awareness Month.
We've had people who have struggled with that. We want to pray for them and celebrate them. And the last.
Okay. National Stroke Awareness Month.
Know the signs for stroke so that you can
What's the acronym? I don't remember what that was.
I can't remember it either.
Does anybody know
the acronyms
for stroke?
It is an acronym. You gotta watch the way they talk, the way their mouth moves. I can't remember the acronym, but if you feel like you're having a stroke, respond quickly. If you think somebody is having a stroke, respond quickly. The quicker you respond, the more chance
likelihood of survival.
Of survival. There you go.
Yeah.
So look, our time is. Are we over our time?
Yes, we are
over our time. So hey, Gladys, thank you for another great session. Happy Mother's Day to you, Dee, and the other mothers on the call. Thank you, Gladys, to you and your family, your daughter, and all of the mothers. May God bless you, mothers. We're going to shout out. We're going to Durham, North Carolina this weekend to celebrate the 50th wedding anniversary of Dee's cousin, Marita, and her husband, Larry Campbell. Larry and Marita Campbell are celebrating their 50th, and they are a delightful couple.
Dynamic duo. He's a retired military muckety-muck.
Yeah,
she's a pink Cadillac driving, Mary Kay.
Success story.
Wonderful couple.
And we got stuck one time in Durham. We were going there to speak. I was going there to speak, and my wife hit a curb and
busted the tire.
She has a high-end SUV, and the tire did not have a tire for her car. They could not get one for a week. And we stayed with them a week, and it was just delightful.
The cavalry came. They called and said, hey, I just hit a curb, the tires burst. A
few minutes, they were there. They all came.
Wonderful
family, and they are her family, and we love them. One of the things that sets them apart in their 50-year marriage that we always comment about is humor. They are constantly laughing together.
That makes such a difference.
Makes a difference. Never seen them argue, never seen them cross, laughing. And they have their children do the same.
Mutual respect.
Yes, indeed.
They're good people.
Great people. So we're going to Durham, and we'll be there for Mother's Day. Hey, thank y'all. We're going out. Again, JolleyMarriage.com. Go see the TED Talk. If you get the book, get 2 copies.
Get the free.
Free what?
Never ever argue again.
Never ever argue again. TED Talk.
Okay.
And get 2 copies of the book, one for each of you. Read it together at the end of each chapter. Discuss what you learned in that chapter. You do that. It's a recipe for success in your relationship. All right, we're going out with music from our one-man show. Which, by the way, the one-man show DVD was released today. Is on sale this week only for 50% off. Music, close to you, Sunny music.
So how do they get it?
I don't know.
Is there a special WillieJolley.com /one-man show?
I don't know. Because they have to be on our newsletter. I tell you what, if you want it for 50% off, you send us an email, info@WillieJolley.com, info@WillieJolley.com, and we'll send you the link so you can get the 50% discount for the one-man show.
We should ask Cheryl, though, to make it easy, because when we've done other things,
it's too late now.
WillieJolley.com.
Yeah, but we're too late. We're not going to do another show this week. Okay, so when we promote it to other platforms.
Yes.
But for those who are here on the Marriage Show, this week, the week of the days of 7th, 6th through the end of the week, you can get it for 50% off. info@WillieJolley.com. I want the one-man show DVD at the discount. Okay? You'll love it. We'll take care of it. All right, here we go.
Good night.
Good night.
Jolley out.
Jolley out. Here we go.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.